Stimming and ADHD. Let me tell you about it. I'm Dr. Trish Leigh. Let me tell you how those two things go together. Okay, so first let's start with what an ADHD brain is doing, how it is performing so that it needs stimulation. Then I'm going to share with you how the stimming makes the ADHD brain feel better. Okay, so number one, what is the ADHD brain like? We know that on a QEEG brain map, the ADHD brain is one of excessive slowing. It is a brain that is using too much slow processing speed. So what happens to that brain is that your brain is just cranking with fall asleep mode. And this is the biomarker for ADHD. If your brain is using much too much fall asleep mode, it cannot engage in the world and stay alert and not be distracted, stay focused, be able to plan and organize, be able to follow multiple step directions, be able to remember and keep moving in the right direction of being productive and on purpose. So what happens is it's falling asleep and it needs stimulation to stay alert. That is what number two, the stimming, does for the ADHD brain. So what is stimming? Stimming it can be lots of different things for many different people. It can be physical stimulation or it can be mental stimulation. So physical stimulation, which is the stimming that most people think about, is a physical move or behavior that is basically stimulating the nervous system to offset the slowing, that increased slow mode from ADHD, that falling asleep mode. So what happens is some people might use hand flapping, some people might fidget a lot, some people may not be able to sit in their seat and they have to walk around constantly, some people talk all the time. I call that verbally entertaining oneself. And I know a lot of kiddos who just have to keep talking nonstop. Honestly, I work with many adults who keep talking nonstop, and all the talking is just verbal stimulation for their nervous system because it's running in an ADHD mode. That is what the stimming does. It gives the brain the stimulation that it's looking for to be able to stay alert and engaged in the day, because the brain is using so much sleep mode in the day when it's not supposed to. It's only supposed to use that fall asleep mode at night when it's time to fall asleep. And so the stimming offsets the slowness in the brain. So then what do you do about it? Most people don't know that our brains are neuroplastic. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to heal itself when it's pushed in the right direction. Unfortunately, neuroplasticity also is the brain's ability to get worse if we keep using the brain patterns that are causing our problems. So if you continue to use an ADHD brain pattern, it is likely that the stimming will increase. The way out is to have your brain mapped using a QEEG brain map, and now using literally the world's coolest technology that I did not invent, but I am so psyched to be able to use, I am able to perform your brain map at home with your assistance. You do it, it takes 28 minutes. The results pop up for you on the specialized multi-million-dollar app, again, that I didn't invent, but I'm proud to be able to use. On the app, your results pop up for you. Most times you don't know what they mean, so you need me to interpret them for you. We get on a Zoom, we spend 50 minutes together. I tell you everything that your brain is doing. If it has the ADHD mode that's creating the need for stimulation, why those stimming behaviors are offsetting the slowness, we break it down. Once you see what your brain is doing to necessitate the stimming, now you know what you can do to change it. It literally can be changed. And neurofeedback brain training, what it does is it teaches your brain to make more perfect processing speed in the middle and to decrease that slow processing speed that's creating the ADHD and creating the need for stimulation. When we decrease that ADHD mode and we increase perfect processing speed, your brain no longer needs to stim. Plus, now you can focus, you're less distracted, you can stay on purpose, you can follow directions, you can plan and organize your days and your big projects, and you can rock out a purposeful life. That is how neurofeedback works. It creates a ripple effect of permanent lasting change through neuroscience. And the way that it works is when you're engaging with the neurofeedback system, what happens is your brain is rewarded when it's using that perfect processing speed. And in today's day and age, you can even watch YouTube videos. You can watch me if you want. When you're watching YouTube videos and your brain's doing what we want it to do, your screen plays bright. If your brain goes out of the zone and starts making more of that slow speed, your screen goes dim. And we call them push-ups for the brain because at first it'll dim and it'll brighten, it'll dim and it'll brighten, and over time it will brighten more and dim less, and your brain becomes stronger and healthier and now is holding the pattern for the optimal brain performance mode. You're hardwiring in that new, better brain mode for calm focus, and the one for ADHD dies off. It's called Hebb's Law. It's based on science, and it's fantastic. Okay, if you would like help with brain training or neuro coaching to get you out of that ADHD pattern, decrease the need for stimulation in your brain, please visit my website at drtrishleigh.com. There's multiple ways that we can work together so that I can help you unwire that pattern, rewire a new one, and ride off into the sunset. Okay, so remember, control your brain or it'll control you.